Hello everybody, welcome to a new video, first of the year, because it's been a crazy beginning of the year for me. I moved to a new country, I had a lot of things to do, so I didn't really have the time to make videos, but here we are, with the first one of the year. So the other day I was browsing YouTube and I came across this crazy, beautiful song made by a tribe and sung by a tribe in Papua New Guinea.
When they walk back, they sing through the forest.
When I listened to it, I felt like I had to do something with a lo-fi house style. It's kind of my favorite music style lately, and I've been listening to a lot of it, so maybe that's why. But anyways, in this video I wanted to show you how I did it and the track that I came up with. So let's just get to it. So I took the sample and I put it in my OP1, and then I was trying some different combinations. I was trying to come up with sequences. But the more I was listening to it, the more I knew what I wanted to make. I think if you know what you want to make, it's just better to work in Ableton or an actual DAW. So I pretty soon in the process I moved everything into Ableton. So the first thing I want to show you is that so here is a full sample. I put it at the end of the project. And I didn't touch it too much. I just increased the pitch a little bit because I liked it better a little bit higher. Yeah, it's on just 5 semitones. The whole thing was a E major scale, and the structure that I wanted to follow is to have areas where I just have the sample. So it's better that I show you. So here I just have the sample. And now, it gets to it. But it starts only with the music from the, it starts only with the sample, raw. Only a little bit of reverb, a little bit of EQ, and some compression. So not much. Then in another section, I just follow through with the sample. And then in the next section, I just follow through with the sample. And then I finish with the sample. So I just want you to know that the overall structure is to play the sample and use it as an intersection between the sections of the song. So let's get to the first section. So, I mean, it's not so many tracks. I think I just have 8 or 10 tracks in total, and they don't. It's pretty simple, to be honest. So the chords or the texture is this sample. Is the sample I actually came up with this at the very beginning with the OP1, and I just play that all the time with a little bit of sidechain compression with this track that is actually muted. So if you see, it goes like, and that's because of the sidechain compression, as you can see here. So this is adding the texture. then I had a simple beat going on. It's kind of a house type of beat, and you can see here how it looks like. It's a little bit progressive, so as the song moves on, it starts adding a little bit more elements. So the more it goes on, the more elements there are. So this is like second level. This is like a third level. Where I just want to build up a little bit with the drums, so when you hear it and you listen to it, you feel like it's going somewhere. So that's why the drums are building on. Then I have a bass that you could say that it's a little bit groovy. It's and it's E all the time, because if you listen to the sample, there is like a continuous bass, so it's all the time E, and it's a nice way to add foundation to the track. And I have two tracks with bass. One, it's that one, the one that it goes tss, 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 tss. So that one goes, and then I have a continuous bass. Yeah, and that one goes every 4 bars. And all together sounds like this. And of course, I have a leaded melody here. It's a nice, simple, chill melody. And what I like the most is the sound. Is this preset from Pigments. I think it's a gorgeous synthesizer. You can see by yourself here. It's called Really Long Keys. I twisted a little bit, but it's pretty much very similar to the original, and I think it sounds really nice. So that's the first part, and in the second part I have a little bit of like a little bit of a conversation between two melodies that are the same. So one goes first and then the other goes, and it seems like a bit of a conversation. And then when that's done, what I did was to add the next part of the sample with a very with a very strong high pass filter. It's not a filter, but it's a EQ that is very IQ'd, you could say. And then, as you see here, it moves in, allowing more frequencies in. And that part is to put in the listener just in the back of their mind what it. So listen how it sounds. This is the end of the part. And that's the exact same thing, but without the high pass filter. That's going on. Then we have two basses, and one of them is I'm using this Wavetable crazy synthesizer that is included in Ableton. I'm increasing the filter, and now we are off to section 2. And this section is even simpler than the first one. So in this section, I just chop up the sample. And I just put it all the time, and I think that's a nice texture. And in that sample, if you see, I have a compressor, and as it goes on, the compressors starts coming out. And now the sample changes. Without compressor. And with that, I just have a bass, which is kind of the first one as before, but with a little bit more groove, and then a similar beat. So this is how everything sounds together. Now we are going to the last part. I remove the groove in the bass, as you see here. And now, next sample. Now we are off to the first part, because this part is exactly the same sounds as we had in the first part. I change a little bit the preset, I change a little bit the groove in the bass, but it's basically the same thing. And then we just go on with that for around 20 seconds. And the end came, and the end is just the end of the sample as well. Oof. Wow, man, this music really gives me chills. And yeah, it's pretty simple. It's only 10 tracks. I didn't even master it so much. I have Ozone in the master track, and yeah, that's about it. I hope you liked it, and please take that sample and do something with it, because I think it's beautiful. If you want to know something, if you need something, you just text me in the comments and I will make sure to reply. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next one.